You're listening to the Sales Hunter podcast. My name's Mark Hunter. And hey, you know that you do control your day. You can't let the day control you. That's what today's topic is. And hey, the show begins right now.
You're listening to the Sales Hunter podcast with Mark Hunter, where the focus is to help you as a salesman sell with confidence and integrity. And now here's your host.
Thank you, Fist Bump, for sponsoring this episode of the Sales Hunter podcast. You do control your day. I don't care how busy you are. I don't care how busy other people make you to be out to be. You do control your day. Here's what separates average performers from top performers. Average performers know that if they don't control the day will very quickly slip away. And it starts with how you start the day. One of the questions I love asking any salesperson is, how do you start your day? And what's very interesting is the top performer will be very clear and articulate in how they start the day. Average performers will kind of just give me all kinds of different things. Well, every day is different. No. You have to control the day. I get to work with some of the top performers in sales in different industries and different companies around the world. And every one of them to a T says that their life is incredibly boring. Whoa, you're taken back by that, aren't you? But they're dead serious because they say that their day is an absolute routine. Everything they do is an incredible routine, and this is how they're able to get so much done. Now, it starts off by how you start the day. And I strongly suggest, for instance, it's getting up at the same time every morning. You literally go through the same activities every day. Here's what it's about. It's about creating a routine. You control the day when you have a routine. And what does it do? It begins to motivate you and get you into a groove. When you control the day, it also means that you start the day off by looking at your goals and objectives. You look at the people who you're going to come in contact with. You take a moment to be thankful. You express gratitude to yourself to be able to be in a position you're in to control the day, regardless of what's on the calendar. Oh, you're reviewing your calendar because you know exactly what your day is going to look like. And you know that every element of the day has to be you in control, not allowing it. Now, what does this also mean? It means setting up your objectives to achieve success. One of the ways you do this is practicing what I refer to as the 10 a.m. rule. The 10 a.m. rule is very simply this. You set your alarm for 10 a.m. Oh, I hope that's not the time you get up in the morning. I hope you're up long before that. But your objective is that when that alarm goes off, you will have accomplished something significant before that time. It might be getting a proposal out. It may be prospecting. It may be doing whatever it may, but it's a productive activity. Now, here's why it's so important. If you can do this before 10 a.m. and, oh, guess what? It's even better if it's your number one objective for the day. Because now what happens is you're motivated, you're excited, you're feeling good about the progress you've made, and it's going to motivate you to be even more productive throughout the rest of the day. Now, if, however, your day falls apart, your day suddenly gets held hostage because of some issue, some major crisis, you still will have accomplished something significant. And this is what separates the average performers from the top performers, because the average performer will probably have put that big activity off until the afternoon. So then what happens is they get their day held hostage. They get, big crisis, and they never get to their big objective. So they just wind up pushing it off to the next day. But you, the top performer, have achieved that key objective before 10 a.m. Two other techniques that top performers do to control the day is they know that the most valuable meetings they have are meetings they have with themselves. Yes, they set meetings with themselves because they're going to set aside a 30-minute block to do this. They're going to set aside a 1-hour block to do this. They're going to set aside time for very specific activities. And they get that activity done in that allotment of time. Have you ever noticed how your work will expand to the amount of time available? Oh, it does. So if you're contracted with time, it's amazing how you're that much more efficient. So the top performer sets aside 1 hour, 1/2 hour to take care of this. They get it done in that time. They know that that's the only amount of time they have. The other piece that top performers do is they're continuously evaluating their day because they're blocking their time like this. They're setting up meetings themselves. And when they get done with that, they go, hey, what did I accomplish? Did I accomplish my objective? And it's amazing how when you do that, you reflect back on how you use your time. And it allows you to be more proactive in setting your time going forward. You see, you do actually control your day. This does not mean that you're ignoring customer calls. No, you're taking customer calls. You're dealing with customer service. You're dealing with all the issues that you know you have to deal with. But you're also doing it on your time. Let me explain this and this big difference between top performers and average performers. Top performers, customer calls. And the average person, oh, I got to jump on it right now. I got to take it right now. Top performer says, I can get to it in 10 minutes. I can get to it in 20 minutes. I can get to it. I'll get to it. Because here's what happens. If you condition your customers to immediately respond, oh, that's great customer service. But you know what you're doing? You're conditioning your customer to call you for everything. Top performer knows that by pushing back just a little bit, it prevents the customer from having that attitude. And it also has the customer realizing that you're busy, which you are. You're absolutely busy. And you know what's interesting? Customers want to deal with busy people. Think about that for a moment. What I've given you is I've given you just a few strategies. And let me end it by sharing with you how the top performer closes the day. They know this: tomorrow begins today. What does that mean? That means before the end of the day, they have laid out tomorrow exactly what they're going to do. You're going to say, Mark, didn't you talk about that already in terms of how you start the day? Yeah, but that's just going back over it again. You're taking the end of the day and you're looking at your calendar for the next day and you're assessing what are going to be your goals, what are going to be the objectives, who are going to be the people you're going to reach out to. You lay all of that out. And by laying all of that out in advance, you're more prepared. So when you review it the following morning, you are that much more game on and you're going to accomplish more. One final piece before you end the day. I want you to look back on your day. This is what top performers do. They look back on their day and they assess it. They go, how'd I do? And they always end it by celebrating something. Because top performers know that sales is emotional. And when you control your day, oh, you feel good. But that's not just good enough. Because what I want to do is I want to feel good about how I used my time. Now, you may not have had a great day, but you may have had one phone call that went really good. You celebrate that. You may have had one meeting that went well. You may have closed a deal, but you celebrate something. So emotionally, you end the day feeling good, prepared for tomorrow, going into the next day, owning it because you're disciplined in how you use your time. I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. What is this about? 2 episodes a week. One, a short one like this. Second, with a subject matter expert where we do a deep dive. Why? Because I want to help you see and achieve what you didn't think was possible. And hey, would you do me a favor? Leave me a review on your favorite podcast app, would you? Please. And let me know also, what are the topics you want to hear? Great selling.